South Africa's power utility ESKOM has raked in the largest bailout from the government. Finance Minister Tito Mboweni has announced a $4.9 billion bailout for the power firm, which was facing insolvency. The government is also planning to split it into 3 separate entities, but as CGTN Sumitra Nydoo tells us, there are several question marks on how this will be done.
South Africa's power problems first emerged in 2008 when the country was plunged into darkness. ESKOM supply couldn't keep up with the demands of a growing economy and population. 3 new power stations were hurriedly commissioned. Ingula is the only one online. Medupi and Kusile, which have the capacity to add more than 10,000 megawatts of power to the grid, have been plagued by ongoing issues with labour, engineers, construction and costs.
Those generation units that have been commissioned are experiencing regular downtime and also are not able to put out their rated output, so they're not able to deliver into the grid what they were intended to deliver. So the problems are deep. Had we had these 2 new coal power plants, had they come on stream on time and on budget, we wouldn't have load shedding today.
ESKOM has a generating capacity of 46,000 megawatts, but maintenance backlogs and decommissioning of old plants cut capacity by 1/3. ESKOM also has no money and is drowning in debt.
If you do the calculations of what does it cost to the economy by not having electricity when it needs it, of stage 1 load shedding, which is 1,000 megawatts for 13 hours a day, it works out at $80 million per day. So stage 2 load shedding is going to be $160 million per day. Stage 4 load shedding would be $320 million.
The turnaround plan now is a 3-way split of the power utility: generation, transmission and distribution, a plan that was mooted years ago but never implemented.
So possibly by unbundling it, we're putting in a better position to identify where the problems are and perhaps manage it a little bit better. And it's possible that once we've identified where the good bits are, that we can start to encourage private sector investment into ESKOM. That doesn't mean that government is going to give up the majority ownership of state-owned or key state-owned enterprise.
But not everyone is happy. Labour unions have threatened to withdraw support for the ANC in the upcoming election. The unions believe restructuring will lead to higher electricity costs and widespread job losses.
If there's one thing that is likely to mud the relationship between us and the ANC, it is the ANC's energy policy. Because if they are going to impose it on us without explaining, without being transparent, without being honest with us, then we're going to fight back.
ESKOM's liquidity challenges could push the South African economy back into recession. The country's credit rating is also at risk. Sumitra, Nydoo, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.